When Johnny Depp arrived in Argentina, everyone thought there would be crazy fans. Big crowds, people wanting selfies, people asking for autographs, and camera flashes all over the place. But guess what? None of that happened because Johnny wanted to do something totally different, something calm, something nobody expected. And honestly, what he did that night surprised everyone who heard about it later. Let me ask you something quick before we get into the story. Have you ever gone somewhere and the best part wasn't the place itself, but some little random thing that just happened without any planning at all? Something so unexpected that you still remember it today. If yes, then you're going to really understand what happened to Johnny in Buenos Aires, because his night in Argentina wasn't about being famous or meeting fans. It was about a peaceful dinner, a surprising meal, and the kind of late-night music moment that only happens once in your whole life. So, let's talk about this small adventure, one step at a time. Johnny quietly walked into a tiny restaurant in the Palermo neighborhood. No helpers, no bodyguards around him, no camera flashes, just him wearing his favorite hat, those familiar old-style glasses, and walking relaxed like he was finally free for a few hours. Most people eating at the restaurant didn't even know who he was at first. And honestly, that's exactly what he wanted. He just wanted a quiet moment, a table, some warm lighting, and a menu that smelled like good stories. He sat there softly touching the old wine menu with his fingers, not rushing, not hiding, just enjoying the moment. And then came the first surprising thing that happened that night: what he ordered for food. You would think a Hollywood star would want some expensive or fancy dish, but no. Johnny asked for something really simple and really local, something that even the chef didn't expect from a famous celebrity from another country. He ordered Milanesa Napolitana, a crispy, cheesy, saucy comfort food that regular Argentinian people love, a dish that grandmothers cook at home. And when the chef brought it out himself, people who saw it said Johnny smiled like someone eating something that reminded him of being a kid. He didn't want fancy food. He wanted comfort food, and that tells you a lot about who Johnny really is. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. After eating his dinner quietly, Johnny walked outside into the cool night air, and that's when everything changed. A street musician playing nearby immediately recognized him. The guy froze for a second, then bravely walked up to him. They started talking, nothing stiff or weird, just two people chatting like old friends. And then, the musician did something bold. He gave Johnny his old, beaten-up acoustic guitar. Johnny held it, gently played a couple of strings, and that's when the world around them seemed to stop. People walking by stopped moving. Phones came out. A small crowd started forming, not sure if they were dreaming. And then Johnny played. One soft chord, then another, and suddenly the whole street turned into a private concert. And here's the funny part. He only said he would play one song, but you know how that goes. One song turned into two, then three, then more. The kind of music he played that night wasn't perfect or practiced. 'Twas raw, emotional, pure blues with a little bit of soul. The kind of music that makes strangers share a moment without talking. A lot of people think Johnny only picks up a guitar when he's in a movie or performing at a huge stage event. But that's actually not true. Johnny loves music that just happens. He loves imperfect sound. He loves playing wherever the feeling is right. That sidewalk in Buenos Aires, that was the perfect stage for him. And let me tell you a few extra things about him that not many people know. He always carries a small notebook with song ideas, almost like a friend that helps him save little thoughts before they go away. People didn't see it that night, but that notebook is usually tucked inside his jacket. He also likes jamming with street musicians because he thinks music should feel alive, not too perfect or edited. And one more thing, he never asks for money for these surprise performances. He thinks music belongs to everyone, and moments like this should be shared, not sold. There's a beautiful lesson in that, isn't there? Sometimes the best experiences in life aren't planned. They're spontaneous. They happen when you let go and let life take over for a moment. Johnny wasn't trying to create a viral moment. He wasn't trying to grab attention. He was just being himself, a quiet person who loves simple food, real conversations, and honest music. And what makes the story even better is that everyone who was there that night walked away with a memory they'll probably carry forever. Imagine being able to say, "I heard Johnny Depp play guitar on the street in Buenos Aires." That's not something you forget. So, let me ask you something. If you were standing there in that moment, right in front of Johnny, guitar in hand, what song would you have asked him to play first? Think about it for a second and tell me in the comments. I really want to know your pick. And if you enjoyed this story and want more behind-the-scenes moments from Johnny's real life, make sure to check out the next video I have lined up. You'll love it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps keep these stories coming. See you in the next one.